ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to the home of the BYU Cougars in LaVell Edwards Stadium in Provo, Utah. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Virginia Tech Hokies. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the BYU Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Hokies will put total leather and we'll get started. Let's see what he can do with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the BYU Cougars offense will take the field first. And, David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. That they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
Makes a guy miss and finally brought down at about the 25. The Cougars can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Rides the back on the option to give. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. He'll keep it on the sneak.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
And the Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And I'm really impressed with this start by this defense, like getting to the quarterback early and often. First drive, already have 2 sacks. That's a good sign for this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Rushes on him. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. So Virginia Tech's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinator who's coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
The Hokies get the...
a really good-looking run there. And you think about great Hokie running backs in recent years. David Wilson, Lee Suggs, Kevin Jones, they all have the ability to shake defenders and break ankles. This guy right now giving you some of those vibes with that last run. That was nice.
Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Hokies line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hokies.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. This drive will open from the 15. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. They'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Flips it out on the screen. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a 1st down at the 38. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Let's take a moment here and talk a little Virginia Tech. Big moment in recruiting last week. 4-star defensive back, gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go get a 4-star guy like this. I mean, he's got speed. He plays so many DBs at one time. This is a position I feel like you can transition to college really well. The expectations for him are going to be high.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Back has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Quickly complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, It's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. A strike downfield. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. The Hokies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Hawkins.
And that's a situation right there where the quarterback is just taking what the defense gives him. The defense is taking everything away down the field. Just take the easy throw underneath.
And the Hokies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Blasted as he lets it go. Just missed on the connection. Incomplete.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Making side adjustments here. Just keeps slinging it. Firing to the right, complete. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
How many 1st downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. UTSA looked less like a pack of road runners and more like a group of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough in San Antonio, and today they found a way outside of the Alamo Dome. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Pocket breaking down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Here's a heat. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hines. He's knocked down at the 33, and that's short of the line to gain, and let's see what they do on 4th down. That's it for this period, and it's Virginia Tech on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the 1st down. This BYU offense set up with another first down. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
And the missed connection on 3rd down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to put it away.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on 3rd down. Pressure coming. Gonna let it fly. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Great place to start for this offense. Rides the back and leaves it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive.
And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
Fires to the big fella. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6.
I really like this offense staying aggressive. They were in field goal range, but nice job on 3rd down. Forget that. Let's go get the first down. Let's throw the football. Nice read.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. 1st down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
Under fire. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. He's already put 3 on the board earlier, this time a 38-yard try. Right down the boulevard. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for.
He's going to fire deep. He's got it down the left. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
What a throw on first down, the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the right. And his throw is incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
Right. Second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
The Hokies have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They just keep firing. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Throws to the back. For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And this one will be a 40-yard try from the left hash. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
After putting up a 3 spot, the kickoff unit set to go. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to... Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Touchdown, Hokies! How about this defense taking one back to the house? No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Georgia looked dominant on the way to victory today. That offense had zero problem putting up points, and the defense almost resembled the days of Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and Nakobe Dean. Big implications today and a notable result as one team trends upward and the other has some work to do.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. He'll try to take it back. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this.
Oh, he's got some space. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Cougars, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking downfield on first down. He's got him.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
This guy is just playing like an All-American his last couple of games out now. Last game he had 2 sacks. He just registered his second sack in this game. He has been virtually unblockable.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. Under fire. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the 3rd time. That took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into the left corner.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. And he's going to bring this one out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% of the season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. To the air on first down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He's down at the 27. They can't stop the clock, and this is a first down. This offense has it with really good field position. Looking to throw on first down. Complete. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. The Cougars in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown Cougars. The offense cashing it in on that drive.
Let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Going right to work up top. The quick out. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Good timing on the quick out. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. 3rd down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Quick completion on the out route. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. Just enough time to get off 1 final play of the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly complete. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Provo.
BYU will try to boot it deep to start the second half. And he's going to bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. And the Hokies will punt it away on 4th down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Man, this defense has been ruthless all game long. Individual effort. They've got guys up front winning their one-on-one matchups, and they have been terrorizing this quarter.
Right down the middle. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. Didn't doesn't make them sweat at all. It's good. They're hanging around here. Leads down to 12. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Fires to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Really nice looking pass there. I'll tell you, they ask you to do a lot at Virginia Tech when you're the quarterback. You're expected to make plays with your feet because of some of the greats that have come before you, but you've also got to be able to hurt defenses throwing it as well. The entire playbook is open and at your disposal, and this guy right now, he's showing you with his arm talent, he can carve up this defense.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
Zings it complete to the right. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He wants to throw it again. And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Got his man. And he is going to be short. He just stepped out of bounds, but he was short of the 1st down marker. The give to the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need...
Looking for the end zone. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
And I love the big tight ends because they got those big catch radius. You can throw it anywhere near them, and they're going to catch it. And break tackles, the big physicality after the run, getting some extra yards when it wasn't there.
Hand off from the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
And the offensive line has to do a better job protecting their man. It's 4th down. He needs some time to make a play. The defense brings the blitz, beats the offensive line, and gets the big sack.
They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
You're you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
On third down, he drops to throw. Got his man in the middle. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. He's got it. First down and more. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
You know, and that's a route this offense practices all week long. You really have to have great timing when you're throwing these out routes. There's nothing a defender can do on that one. Perfectly thrown, well caught. Nice job getting his feet in bounds.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Not much to gain on a punt, so here they come on fourth and short from the 50. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's caught. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Gives it on the option. He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Virginia Tech is on top and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. The give to the left side. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Holds it in. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. BYU with the first and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Gets it out fast. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. BYU has this offense clicking. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The give to the back. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's second and 10. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Hey, quarterbacks got to understand, I know you got your favorites, and you're going to look out there and you're, that guy's really good. I'm going to find ways to get him. But I got to take what the defense gives me, and double coverage is probably not the avenue that I want to go attack consistently.
Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11. BYU now into the red zone. From the gun, running back gets to give. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Going to swing it on second down. Fires to the tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
On fourth down, going to the air. Hauls it in. He will not get it. A fourth down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
The sweet feet buy a little time. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Unloads to the wideout. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
I think in this situation after that incompletion, fourth and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
Might be changing the route. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. DBs lock up tight on the receivers. Wants to throw on first down. And it's his fourth interception of the game. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. A long way to go for this offense. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Bringing it back. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
He's got it on the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Line getting set on second down. Back to pass. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed.
You
know, could that be the play that changes the momentum now in this game? Remember, they're down, and it seems like the opponent's got this game in hand, but because of that interception, could that be the play now that generates the momentum to give them a spark to maybe come back and steal this game?
It's complete on the right side.
A good start by this offense. Something positive on the first play. The drive is good. Listen, the hill is large, right? Like this, we need 2 scores. We got to have 2 touchdowns to get back in this game. We got to be aggressive. We got to take shots, but obviously not put the football at risk.
He's into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 47.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Surging forward on the sneak.
Oftentimes when offenses get a first down, that's when they like to speed up the tempo, and you're seeing them now go early.
Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Melton. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Looking downfield on first down. Working that left side now.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. They'll run it from the gun. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Fires to the wideout. Holds it in, the first down and more. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He wants it all. Touchdown, BYU! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
Yeah, and that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
And that's why you've got a lot of receivers on your hands team. Guys, the best hands on your team, so they're able to hop on them.
And we're about to get another look at this hokey offense. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive. He's productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, you're probably getting blitz, that's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed.
Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big...
Fires one high and deep. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, BYU! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
And This offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire.
Looking to convert the two, and he will not. The defense gets to him with the sack. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Got the quick pass. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Looking to fire. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He would love to have picked up the first down there, but saving the timeouts, saving the clock, much more important right now.
Yeah, that could save the game because now I can work the middle of the field still. Now I can still take those shots deep. When I get without timeouts and those start to dwindle, I get very predictable. So great job getting out of bounds.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. To the air on first down. Using the quick game. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. The Hokies will snap it on first and 10. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. And the Hokies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. The Hokies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Running back searching for a hole. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. This kicker is going to need nerves of steel on this one. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And they've regained the lead. That's the entire scenario you build up in your head in the backyard. Final drive, everything on the line, and you get the W.
So dang cool. How many times did you do it in your backyard just like that, like you're talking about, Reese? Making the play to win the game on the final drive when your team needed it the most, Jesse, just coming through in the clutch.
Yeah, as players, you love this, and that's why you rep it in practice throughout the week, these 2-minute type situations late in games. What are you going to dial up? What can you go execute? What can you lean on in order to get the W here? Great job by the offense.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.